Exactly.
Okay, welcome back. We've set up everything, and we're ready for the Demon Souls.
Hold on, let me plug in my controller again.
Sure. Demon Souls Soul Level 1 race. Any percent race.
Sabotage. Couch sabotage.
If you know nothing about Demon Souls, it's like Dark Souls, and if you know nothing about Dark Souls, it's an RPG action combat game, and not leveling is very hard. So, easy to die, but there are some tricks you can use to boost damage, so...
Including making it easier to die.
Including making it easier to die, right. Are you ready over there, Square? Look at these delicious characters.
You guys got sufficient battery power on your controller?
They're plugged in.
in.
So as long as no one kicks them out.
Because it's just what we're doing. So, he's Team Square,
Yeah,
I'm Team Luna.
I'm Luna. My character's name is Team Square. He's Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that way, no matter what, somebody wins, right? It's
All right.
It's another way.
I'll count it down for you guys, so as long as you're all ready.
Yeah.
Let's
On
do
zero?
it. Yeah, it'll be on go. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Look out for
This is gonna be a train wreck.
Alright. So first thing is, the first time you play this game, the loading screens are longer. So
They're
since we
atrocious.
have to play with first loads, every loading screen is going to be a lot longer than it needs to be. But at least they're very pretty. So enjoy.
Load screen
And,
RNG.
right now what we're doing is mashing start so we can hopefully skip some text and then get an instant next to a binding so we can skip about like 3 seconds or whatever and start running.
I'm gonna miss it. I always miss it first time.
And, yeah.
Confidence. It's all
I
about
missed it.
confidence.
I mean, with that options button.
Yeah, for those who don't know, my options button is terrible.
And so like we started these loading screens at the exact same time, pretty much, and who knows who's gonna start the level first.
You have different loading screens too.
Yes.
Yeah. This first loading screen can be like 45 seconds to a minute. It's awful.
I'm not
But this
gonna bother
is
mashing.
the longest loading screen, so it's always the worst. Usually we preload level 1-1 before we start doing a race because it's awful. Like your first split is always like plus 45 seconds, even if you're on a good run. So, and if you mash start here, hopefully one of us look at this. I don't know, it's like a loading bug.
Oh, I still have a
Yeah.
long loading screen.
But
Load screens are also inconsistent in this game, which is why we run off in-game time.
So racing this game is a little bit behind.
Yeah, we'll check at the end. We're gonna go RTA, but really like in-game time is all that matters.
Yep. First level is relatively straightforward. The first boss is weak to fire, so we're going to collect a few things that will deal fire damage. What is this guy doing? Fire bombs. There's only one really scary area, but really all of it's scary.
Wow, this guy. I got the bad attack.
Oh,
So
jeez.
this run is anyone's game.
Yes. If you want to know who's gonna win this, type Luna RNG into the chat.
Capital L and then capital R, N, and G.
But
Maybe
yeah.
some square cats.
Square Cat is what's gonna defeat gravity.
Yo.
So if you haven't played Demon Souls, you have to complete 1-1 before you can go anywhere else. But at that point, it's kind of open. There's 5 areas, and you have to do those levels in order. But it's kind of like Worlds. World 1, and then like 4 areas there, and etc.
Yeah. You get all sorts of... If you play Dark Souls, there's a lot of similar things in here. There's like... landing cancels are very important in this run, and you can do...
But there's only one you
toggle
really
escape.
have to hit,
Yeah, ooh, jeez.
which hopefully both of us will get because no one wants to see 5 hit man eaters.
No. Please don't get hit.
They're neck and neck right now.
It could change right after this corner.
Right off everything.
Scariest part of this level is coming up right now. We have to cross a bridge that is filled with enemies, and then not only that, there's a dragon that's on its way to breathe fire and kill everybody. So we're not only racing like 12 enemies coming after us, but also a dragon.
After this level, pretty much everything kills you in one hit, and dying can cost anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes.
Oh jeez.
It's actually a drag, not a drag.
No stamina. I'm a fool. Okay. That was really weird, but kind of cool.
So here, I might take an intentional death. My health is a little high, but we'll see what these guys do.
Alright, I am. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna take the death. Or they're all just gonna let me by afterwards. Never mind. I'm still gonna take the death, I think. Yeah, fall damage is weird.
okay.
It doesn't look so high.
And then I got
Nope.
the alternative way.
If I were millimeter higher, I would have
What's he doing in here?
not died with very, very, very little HP lost.
Thank you for using the metric system for me.
So really, the only benefit for making that fall is you get a grass drop if you'd like. But the IGT, which is what we use to measure the run, is about the same. The RTA real time is. Oh my god, I'm gonna fail out. Leave me alone. I'm getting really bad hoplite stuff. I guess I can explain more of timing stuff later. Focus.
Okay.
No dupes.
No dupes because I got hit out of it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna heal up just to be safe.
Sharp stuff.
If Phalanx kills you, it sucks a lot, and it can happen.
Oh jeez.
So if I get lucky, I'll get a.
What did I get?
Okay, there's a drop over here. I'm gonna pick this up.
Heartstone.
Heartstone, nice. Saves you having to buy it later. Don't kill me as I die. It happens.
Yeah.
So I'm off to a bit of a rough start, but
And they're pretty close.
Yeah. Same loading screen.
A lot of things can still happen.
Yeah.
A lot of things can still happen.
Oh
yes,
yeah, of course.
yes. Like I said, the last major threat of this game has some of the worst RNG elements. So,
Yeah.
And dying will cost you several minutes.
though not as much as dying to Dirty Colossus or Penetrator. So,
Yep. If you've never played Demon Souls, and you've played Dark Souls, and you try to fall, or if you're falling and you try to save and quit, you'll notice that you can't do it because the menus in this game are atrocious. There is.
yeah, you think we're just really bad at menuing, but you can't go any faster than that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So it's if you're like, man, these guys just what are you doing? It's not our fault. I don't know what Luna's doing, but I'm opting for a safety item. So just in case I do die somewhere, I can become human again.
And what I will do is I will show off how the run gets a lot worse when you die and you have to do everything with half health. So you'll get to see. Well, hopefully you won't get to see it, but.
Alright.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Dark Souls, but not Demon Souls, Demon Souls has a, was it 60% HP when you die? Or is it 50.
It,
It's
well,
straight
it depends on your tendency.
Oh, okay.
But normally it's just 50%.
Okay.
Tendency.
Yeah. Tendency
Um,
affects a lot of the stuff.
So here, this is a lot of collecting in this level, and then we're also going to be picking up everyone's favorite. We're picking up some sticky white stuff, and then
Alright.
we're going to be killing some miners for the stones that we need to dupe later, so we can get the proper swords and upgrades that we need. So since we're still level 1, we can't upgrade our body or whatever, but we can upgrade our weapons. So we'll be doing that.
So here I'm going to take a little hit and toggle escape out. It would be better if we didn't get the hit at all, but the hitbox lingers for so long it's faster just to run into it, and sometimes you can't avoid it anyways.
Like me just dancing over in the corner.
Cast at the pots to make the dogs run at you. Hopefully I'll get this parry, but... Nice. And so what I just did there is a riposte cancel by riposting and... hold on me. Someone else can explain.
I can explain it, yeah. Riposte cancel, if you parry somebody and they're in their staggered state, you can like sprint into them and hit R1 to engage their riposte, but you also just sprint through them. So it essentially cancels the animation and you can keep going. And they take the whole, they get riposted and you can run past them.
In this case, it wasn't sprint, though. He canceled it with a turbo.
No, okay.
Oh, no, with two-handing, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
So what you want to do here is you want to load into this tunnel. And I healed up because the dogs can hit you. So hopefully, sometimes the miners and the dogs are really aggressive when you load back in. Hopefully I won't die, but it is a definite possibility. I'm actually, because I missed the drop before, I am low on healing items, so I'm just going to pick those up. And there are some stronger healing items around the corner later that I'm also going to grab. Because especially since I'm not taking any extra stone of Ephemeralize, and I don't intend on duping any grass, I would like to have just some extras.
A lot of playing Souls games fast is being able to do stamina conservation while also controlling the camera. So I think both of them are using claw, where you use like your index finger on your right hand to use the sprint button while controlling the camera with your right thumb as well.
Yeah, there's no disabling camera auto adjust in this game, so you constantly have to fight the camera.
Yeah.
Pick up a shard of Dragonstone so that you can upgrade a Dragon Longsword that you will pick up later. So you never want to let your stamina hit 0 when you're running, because otherwise you incur a penalty where you can't run anymore. Oh, I have... yeah, picking up the extra grass kind of messed up my menus a bit, so I had to stop for that. But whatever, we're still mostly good.
Also, the reason why they choose the Dragon Longsword as a weapon here is, first of all, you can't do it with just any weapon in Solo 1, honestly. And second of all, it's the best weapon to grab that also has decent damage. They can't get any scaling from leveling since they don't level. So yeah. The Dragon Longsword doesn't have any scaling, and therefore it has fire damage. So.
And a lot of bosses just coincidentally also happen to be weak to fire, which is nice.
Yeah, and the ones that aren't are weak to magic.
Yes.
So there's that.
But the main reason is just because it's conveniently already upgraded. So what I'm doing here is there's a bit of an out of bounds, and it almost doesn't even look like it until you fall off there, because it's so easy. It's so easy to get to. You just run off a ledge. But I am going to be loading out hopefully only 3 times. And there's a bug where if you brush level geometry like that and you load out again, it'll spawn you falling. And when you load out again after falling, as a safety measure, it just puts you at the start of whatever level you're in. But since this out of bounds took us to the beginning of the next level, it's going to put us at the start of the next level when I load in. And in any percent, we wouldn't have to fight Spider Butt, but we need to here so that we can A, warp back to the Archstone later, and B, because even though the blacksmith only asks for Flame Lurker's Soul, you won't actually upgrade your weapons with boss souls unless you've also picked up the Armor Spider Archstone.
So this is also all bosses.
Well, we still skip Old Hero and Vanguard, the tutorial boss.
Yeah.
And this is Armored Spider, as it's totally intended to be fought.
Armor Spider is a very difficult boss,
Yes.
as you can see here. It's getting really good RNG though.
So what I'm doing is the dagger, the damage you get from your buff is a flat buff, so the dagger helps to do a lot of damage very quickly, and when my stamina runs low, I cast because you can regenerate stamina while you're casting. I have to backstab this guy for upgrade materials for my sword.
Yeah, because he loaded in at the beginning of this level, he loaded in behind the boss in case you didn't catch that.
Yeah, normally you would fight that boss
Yeah.
a different way.
And it's a lot longer.
And a lot more annoying.
Oh, camera.
Then you can't
So as you can see, fall damage in Demon Souls is very odd. He did a small drop earlier and died. He's doing these
I'm gonna
giant...
heal up just in case. I should have just used a Crescent Moon Grass, but whatever.
Also, it looks like you're on the moon when you're falling.
Yeah, gravity is. You
very
fall very
floaty.
slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, everyone's favorite boss is camera and lock on,
Yeah.
followed immediately by gravity.
And then Flame Lurker.
Yeah. So dropping down there gets
Hyper setup. And I'm just gonna focus so I don't accidentally mess up these dupes.
sure.
And so what used to happen is you used to Nexial Binding out here and then immediately go to fight Flame Lurker because the rest of your upgrade materials for the run are all in World 2, but a while back I came up with the idea of just duping enough to get your short sword up to plus 8 and then going to World 3 so you can get materials for the hyper setup. And I'm just going to focus so I don't accidentally mess up these dupes.
Sure.
We've got a $40 donation from our friend Lobrocop. Just giving back. Go Fast Faire. Go Child's Play. Thank you.
So I need to upgrade this short sword specifically to plus 8 because that is the level I will need to upgrade it into the Morion blade later. I can explain more about the loading, or the Morion blade when I'm in the loading screen. Or just right now. So, if you're familiar with Dark Souls and the Red Tearstone Ring, this game has multiple items that give you damage boosts at low health. There's the Clever Rat Ring, which gives you a 50% damage boost under 38% HP, and the Morion Blade, which gives you a 60% damage boost when you're under 30% HP. And if you combine those together, because they are multiplicative, you get a total of 240%. It's pretty crazy. So
the amount of damage that gets dealt at soul level 1 is
it's still pretty big. Oh, that's not good. But yeah, you get the first, the Morion Blade is 60%, you get to 160, then 50% of 160 is another 80%.
And if you play this game, you'll know those enemies are really fun.
Yeah.
Everyone loves those guys.
Yeah, we'll be probably loading out more than once. It's a little faster after you grab that key to Nexial Binding out, in terms of in-game time, because we're going to be going the opposite direction now.
Want to explain the dupe?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll let Square do it.
Uh,
Or
I
just
can,
the
I
next
can
time.
explain how I know I do it.
Yeah, okay.
The way that I usually do it is you need some souls, and I talked to what's the blacksmith's name?
Ed or Baldwin.
Baldwin, yeah.
One of them.
And you prompt to purchase an item, and then you walk away from him, and then you use the Nexial Binding and press start, and that gets rid of the dialogue pop-up, whether or not you want to forfeit your souls. And then you go to the storage guy, and you deposit whatever item it is that you want to dupe, and you back out of the menus as fast as you can, and that actually just dupes your items to like 1024, and you don't actually use your Nexial Binding, and then they can stay in your storage, and you can use like upgrade materials or whatever.
Yeah, so what's actually happening during that is you're depositing -1 of the item, and because for some reason they decided that Stockpile Thomas was going to use an unsigned 10-bit integer. You just get. Hold on.
Stack overflow. Or underflow in this case.
Not really a stack.
Well, underflow.
It's more of a rollover.
Yeah, but then we found that you can actually set up the duping with like the means of any animation.
Yeah.
So, but you know, doing a parry animation is fastest to set it up. So all you have to do is just activate the next seal binding during your parry animation, and you set it up pretty fast that way. So
Yeah.
you don't have to talk to the blacksmith anymore.
Nice.
You can save like well over a minute.
A few months ago, I did a lot of tests, and there are actually a bunch of different menus that you can set up the Nexial binding glitch off of, including your own menu, which is the fastest.
The funny thing is, so far every single one of the Souls games has or had at some point had a Solio glitch of sorts. So they kind of like putting those in there apparently.
And totally intentionally.
Obviously.
So up here, hopefully I don't take any damage from the flailing massive bodies, because I'm going to try and do a skip where I pick up the ring the Clever Rat's ring, which gives me one of the damage boosts at low health, and at the same time I'm going to use the arrow trap to hit me and cancel the pickup animation, and at the same time put me in that range of health that I want to be on to get its bonus. But I'm going to quiet down for that.
So,
Alright, so I messed up because I didn't exactly hear when it was, so I'm just gonna do safety backup strats.
Imagine both of you
I messed up I messed up first the initial strat, and then there's a backup strat where if you go slower, you can get it without getting hit at all. But
Imagine both of you did the arrow trap at the same time and had both audios.
that'd be nasty.
That would have been fun.
The other nasty thing, which I'm gonna need everyone to be quiet for, is there's a phantom up there that's currently invisible, and it's gonna shoot crossbow bolts at my back, and I'm gonna need to take one to get into hyper setup, but I don't want to take any more than that.
You talked about the first lecture skill? No, not really.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Hopefully, neither of us will have to do it, but I'll talk about it afterwards.
I was just gonna say that, like, in the 80% route, there's a really cool skip in this level that's similar to the Duke skip. If you're familiar with that, it looks like super awesome parkour, and it skips maybe like 45 seconds of running through this level.
Yeah, you'll see it if we screw up.
Yeah. So hopefully you don't get to see it, but it's a really fun skip that is in this level as well.
But yeah, the way unlike some of the other Souls games where cloaking mechanics just like fade out your body a bit, the way it works in this game is you're still completely visible up to a certain distance away, at which point you completely turn invisible, which was really cool in PvP, and it's still pretty cool in PvE, but it's not fun for this next enemy. Okay, good. Yeah, so they're still shooting at me. Okay, good. I got through. So there's a really tough to get one cycle here, which hopefully I'm gonna get, but if I don't have too many healing items, so we'll see.
And Square just got the Clever Rat Ring pickup animation skip there, but
He died.
then died on the
I don't think I got the one cycle. Yeah, missed it by
barely.
just a little bit. Which one is it? It's the third one? Okay.
well, never mind. It's this one.
So there is actually another interesting backup strat, which I elected not to do because it wastes a lot of time, but it is very cool if you get it. You can actually force her to spawn in the same place.
Meanwhile, Stella has been skipped.
Yes. So now that I'm fully geared, I have a better catalyst, a ring that increases my magic damage at the cost of taking more magic damage, and the Clever Rat Ring, which boosts my damage at low health. Now I can go back and I can fight Flame Lurker, who is weak to magic.
That was a TF2 medic skills.
Please help me.
Luckily, this game has baby rolls, so if you're not like, your feet aren't fully planted on the ground, like maybe one foot's on an edge and one isn't, you get the infamous baby rolls where, yeah, you just don't roll as far as you normally think you would.
It's pretty terrible.
If any of you played Dark Souls 2, you'll know baby jumps.
Yeah.
Yay! I'll show those off later.
Dude, even worse.
Speaking of baby rolls, that was one. It didn't cost me anything, but that's what it looks like. So here, I need to take enough fall damage. Sometimes the game decides you're not going to take any fall damage, and that sucks when you're trying to get a hyper setup, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I didn't take fall damage on the last fall, so unfortunately I'm going to have to improvise a bit. I might die to Flame Lurker because I have to run through lava. My health is already low enough that I can't take a hit from anything else. So yeah, we'll see. There's a number of ways you can cheese this fight. I'm going to be opting for this unless he gives me really bad luck.
Please spam any cheese emote right now if you want.
Yeah, we'll see. This is how he gets out.
Nice. Oh shit.
I framed it. Everyone loves this fight, by the way.
I can't lock on. Alright. I'm gonna do this without locking on. Come here.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. He played along. Or
The hell?
this boss is kind of a troll. Please, Flame Lurker. If he does the left dash followed by that dash attack, I have to roll in. When you get him down to low health, he starts doing this. Oops. Okay, good. There's a really cool strat where you can't lock on to him normally through that bone, but if you're already locked on, you can maintain lock on, and that makes that fight a lot easier to cheese. Hopefully Square will get that when he gets there. Next boss coming up, Dragon God is also a jerk. That's a common theme among many of these bosses. But with some audio cues. Alright, so I'm getting the punch. Slow Dragon God.
Frame drops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he punches the frame rate. That's early. I could have risked it. It was like only a little bit early, but dying to Dragon God sucks. So. And then there's just a teensy little skip right here. Normally you'd have to break through some extra material. Did you get the one cycle? Yep. Congratulations.
The reason for this boss order is, like Luna said, they want to get the ring as soon as possible and the Morin Blade, and you need Flame Lurker Soul to even make any boss weapons. So that's why you have to kill Flame Lurker this early.
Yeah, the timing on the 1 cycle for Fool's Idol is really tight, so I'm glad one of us got it. So the benefit of not dying here is you get to keep your hyper set up all the way throughout this fight, which really, really speeds it up.
Oh yeah, also the pure Dragonstone, of course.
Yes. I don't actually need to dupe the pure Dragonstone because we only need 1, but I do need it. The reason why I moved away is sometimes if you stay too close within their talking range, they just won't talk to you again. You have to like run away and come back. So now I'm going back to the blacksmith that we unlocked, and I am going to upgrade my Dragon Longsword to +5, as well as talk to him a few times. The way that you have to give him the Flame Lurker Soul is you have to exhaust his dialogue, then leave and come back. And so it's fastest just to exhaust the dialogue now, and then give him the Flame Lurker Soul much later when you get the Morion Blade. Alright, so then off to World 5. Square and I were talking about this earlier. I don't know whether I'm going to do hyper strats for World 5 because this is... Wow, that sideways unlocked roll. World 5, especially 5-2, is easily the worst level to have to run back through again.
We got it.
Nice! There you go.
Let's hope he doesn't get out.
Yeah, there's only one way Flame Lurker can get out, and it's happened, but it's pretty rare.
Did you already explain why you go to World 5 now?
I need the cat ring, which will allow me to defy gravity later on. It works. Yeah. Oops, a double roll. Normally, all it's supposed to do is reduce the amount of fall damage you take, but what it also has the effect of doing is, if you were to take a lethal fall, it delays your death by just a little bit, and if you load out when you hit the ground, you will actually spawn where you load. It works almost identically to the fall control skips in Dark Souls.
Yeah. And you'll be seeing those later.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
This is fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Ooh. Wow.
That's
super nice.
I got really unlucky with that, but I handled it well, so I'm gonna pick up some safety grass right here. Just heal up to full health for this boss. So the way this boss works is you actually do kind of want to tank some hits, but you don't want to get low enough that you would die from any given particular hit. Where am I going? Why can I? Okay, I was like, why can I not find the exit? I'm gonna grab this just for safety, just in case. And I need to be at full health before I enter the swamp, so I'm going to use my last Crescent Moon Grass. So in any percent, regular any percent, you would have Cloak for this level, and not having it is kind of a nightmare, especially at the end. Oh, I got the double roll. So when you hit the ground there, and you try to get a landing cancel by rolling, one of a few things can happen. You can get a single roll, which is usually what will happen. You can get 2 rolls in this swamp, which is the best outcome, but kind of rare. You can cancel, but it'll just do a you can't roll animation. And you can get a double roll with 1 roll followed by the you can't roll animation, which is what I got. And the rules for determining whether or not you can roll in this swamp are really weird, and you can only do it after landing cancel anyways. The reason why I'm constantly switching between one-handed and two-handed, if you take a look at the stamina bar, you regenerate small chunks of stamina. Right here is the cat ring. Thankfully this phantom didn't see me. If she kills me, I'm gonna leave this world, which hopefully... Yeah, okay.
Oh my
rip.
God.
So,
Range.
yeah, so now the run completely changes. Yeah, square can catch up. Yeah, the way it's very good that I got the cat ring before dying. It means that I can go do the rest of the game before coming back. And because I killed Leechmonger, even though I died in human form, my world tendency will be unaffected. Dying in human form downshifts your tendency, and killing bosses upshifts it, so it cancels out. But the rest of that level would have been very, very difficult anyways, without Cloak. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the Shrine of Storms, which now that I have the cat ring, I can perform a skip later on, get myself the Morion Blade, which is the second of the 2 low health damage boosting items, and come back to World 5 fully geared. As well, I can also pick up a couple items that will turn World 5 into the
Oh, take a shot.
any percent route.
We're tied.
Okay, good.
It was good while it
So-
lasted.
This skip is
Oh, this
evil,
It's the worst.
and
So
You're
bad.
going for it?
in practice, it was inconsistent, even though a lot of times I get it, so we'll see. First try! With a stored roll at the end, but who cares?
Awesome.
So that skip is very, very difficult. Much harder than I made it look.
I tried it, it's hard.
And the skeletons tend to kill you.
Yeah.
As they are willing to show off right now.
Oh man, the double
The
rolls
double
are real.
rolls, yeah.
So normally I wouldn't pick up the Regenerator's Ring, but again, it'll come in handy for...
Wait, what am...
It'll come in handy for
That's not
later
a
on.
deal.
This is fine. That's all you gotta say. So I equip the Cat's Ring while going through the Fog Gate.
An Adjudicator with a +5 Dragon Longsword is not much to talk about.
Nope.
4, 5, 6.
So unfortunately, since I did enter this world in soul form, I am gonna have to get a hyper setup off the Reaper down here, and it's mostly consistent, but since this is a marathon, I fully expect to get trolled. Okay, good. So there's a hidden wall back here. I mean, anyone who's farmed for pure Gladestone probably knows about this area. But here I run off this bit, load out just as I hit the ground, and I'll be down there. And the fight upcoming is another one that, if we could have quiet, that would be excellent, because I have to listen for these storm beasts, which will be shooting projectiles at me, and it's a mess.
Funny thing is, you just heard the screen that doesn't happen if you're in soul form.
That's
He
true.
screams when he's in human form.
You're actually completely silent if you're in soul form.
Exactly.
You won't even hear footsteps. Alright, so this is not the best of patterns. I'm gonna run back because they're... Wow, they're being really aggressive. Unfortunately, Soul Arrow doesn't have the best range or tracking.
Does it have track?
Not really.
Ooh.
So this is really bad. Hopefully that one in the corner leaves me alone. I'll have to listen for it. Nice, still got the one cycle. So the normal way you're supposed to do this, there's a sword over in that direction that allows you to shoot cool air shockwaves at the boss, but that's significantly slower than using projectiles, so we don't pick it up. But if you're in casual play, it's a very, very fun fight.
It's also really hard to get the one cycle on that boss in this, with SL1. So that
Man, these sideways unlocked rolls. I love those. That can happen when you press circle to try and sprint. Sometimes you just get that, and this is happening a lot.
I could break out the Catman as well.
Thank you.
So he asks for the Red Hot Demon Soul. I'm gonna upgrade my short sword to the Morion Blade, and then we're done. So now I will be heading off to World 3. World 3 provides a very convenient place to manage all my sweet new gear, and after World 3 I will get Cloak, which hopefully I won't forget about because I do need Cloak. I'll go back to World 5, finish up World 5, and then head to World 1. At this point, it really, after World 3, it wouldn't matter whether I do World 1 or World 5. But for the sake of keeping False Alant the last boss and getting trolled, I'll do World 1 last. But this route is really neat just because of all the ways that the run can change. If you die, there's like the backup strats completely change the order in which you go to areas. Whereas in some of the other categories, you just have to try again. Square demoing the exact reason why I'm scared to run through 5-2 in hyper setup. It's that push attack that he just got hit by will kill you. And it breaks your guard as well, so blocking does nothing for you.
What am I doing?
Also, if you're familiar with Poison and Dark Souls and Demon Souls, it actually like halves your healing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's even more annoying.
Plague is even worse. It
Yeah.
halves your healing and reduces your stamina regeneration.
Okay.
Oh, I never picked up Thief's Ring. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So, normally I'd have Thief's Ring before going here. I'm just going to have to do this the way I do any percent. I could have gotten Cloak, but we'll see how this goes. it makes it a lot scarier if you don't have cloaking items, but I'll manage. It's how you do it in any percent, even though I haven't quite practiced it in a long time.
So the routes have diverged at this point. So you see Square going to fight Dirty Colossus right now. And then I assume Astray afterwards.
So here we're too cool for elevators, so we stand on top of them.
Alright, so in this fight, he has armor on. What you're trying to do is not break all of his armor when fighting him, because once you break all of his armor, you can see his left arm still has a little bit of armor, like on his gun arm or something. Once you do that, you release like this random like tick cannon. I don't know what else to call it. But
Bugs.
and then it'll shoot out randomly between every like 15 to 20 seconds, and it's a nightmare to understand when to dodge.
Yeah, other than the approximate timer, there's no startup, no warning.
And the worst RNG you can get from him is him exploding and doing the freak punch attack. So luckily we're seeing that only.
The exploding isn't nearly as bad as the, there's an attack he can do that just puts bugs right next to him and makes it very hard to melee him without getting caught on bugs. But I don't know whether you got any of that or not. Hopefully not.
No, I didn't get any of those, thankfully.
And the 80% draw just was
Yeah, magic is OP.
So he's ready to the fire ring and get that clever rat thing set up.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
The fire flail is the best animation.
Yeah, I like fire's pretty good. It's tickly. This boss is cool because there's two different options. You can go kill Estrella or go kill Garl Vinland. And in melee, it's much easier to fight Garl because Plague is deadly. So we're gonna go backstab Mr. Vinland.
So here I loaded out to reset the elevator cycle. Otherwise you have to wait a really, really long time to catch it. It also has the added benefit of making the enemies de-aggro. Nice fight.
Good job. And the elevators of Latria they trigger as soon as you start in the area, so as long as you run the same way, the elevators will be arriving right as you catch up, but if anything gets in your way, you have to wait a whole cycle, which the second elevator particularly takes a very long time.
So what I did there, if you were awake for our 2 players 1 controller run last night where we messed up, if you stay in the very, very corner of that elevator, that gargoyle just falls down, which makes it very, very easy to get by and catch this second bit. Also, if you saw our struggles with any percent man-eaters, this will hopefully be a nice treat. Sometimes those gargoyles like to race, but that one crashed, so...
Damn.
You don't do a hyper setup here?
Yes.
What do you do?
I will do hyper setup. I get it off the mind flayer up top.
Yeah, with the Borin Blade and take out the rat ring, it's not really worth not to use that. Because it saves so much time.
And at SL1, most everything is gonna at least 2-shot you.
And here you can see on Square Wave's screen how hard that skip is with all those skeletons chasing you.
Yeah, he got really unlucky.
I got a store.
I'm watching.
When I got up there, since like I was turning my camera pretty sharp, I got a stored roll that thought I was still wanting to turn left or whatever. So when you saw me turn right, but my body went like completely other way. I don't know. It's a weird finicky thing.
that is a really hard skip.
Yeah, I'm really glad I got that. Alright, so last time we were here, this TV has a mild amount of delay, and hopefully it doesn't cause me to just...
Good job, Sawyer.
Nice job, Sawyer. But hopefully if I do this right, you'll blink and miss this fight.
Nice.
Unless he does this attack. This attack is actually one of the worst things he can do. But I still got 4 hits, so... Because ideally what you want to do is cut off the tail. You want to cut off the tail and use the stagger, the time it's staggered, to just finish it like that. And that only works if you didn't die in 3-1, because World Tendency is annoying. But if you get the Tendency upshift from beating Fool's Idol without dying, you only have to kill. You can kill man-eaters in 4 hits each. Really long black screen there.
Yeah, the next fight is the one home, and that changes dramatically if you play this online.
Yes.
If you're online, Old Monk instead can be a summoned player. So it can actually be a PvP boss fight.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah, the only other time they've done something similar is in Dark Souls 2 or Mirror Knight. And maybe in Dark Souls 3, I don't know if they...
No spoilerinos.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, that's... I'm sorry, I went there.
So hopefully I'll get a running attack from this boss. Nope. Okay. Wow.
Oh my god.
What a guy, rolling through everything. So this is suboptimal.
Kiss balls.
Pistol.
These gooey balls.
Nice.
So we can-
Thank you.
Yeah, from this point on, every boss fight is gonna be hard.
I got trolled by the guy, so
Oh, we should do RTSR setup or not RTSR? Clever Rat setup?
yeah.
Okay.
You can say RT sides. Okay.
Same thing, yeah.
The only major difference is it's 20% in Dark Souls and 30% in Demon Souls.
Yeah, and you get a nice little rat in Demon Souls.
Oh yeah, by the way, the cat ring icon is real. That is the real icon.
It's the best icon.
So, if you're not spamming Square Cat right now, I don't know why
Yeah,
you aren't.
needs more square cat.
Always needs more Square Cats.
Alright, so now I'm heading back to World 5. I'm going to do the area that Square had just finished up. Excuse me.
That's alright.
Makes it so that... Well, actually, I still haven't even decided whether I want to do it in hyper setup, but with Cloak, hopefully it'll be easier. We'll see. I'll lose a lot of time for dying here again. Okay, so see, there was the one where the land and cancel just gave me the you can't roll animation. It happens. You just gotta
My
deal with
favorite
it.
animation is the you can't use an item animation in Dark Souls 1.
It happens. You just gotta
My
deal with
favorite
it.
animation is the you can't use an item animation in Dark Souls 1. It's just like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's actually players in Dark Souls 1 and PvP who force that with the mimic head on, so you like kinda wiggle your tongue at them after you kill them. It's not truly at all.
Cloak here, just in case we get our lovely phantom friend.
And if you don't know, you're not familiar with Demon Souls, but you know Dark Souls 1 Blighttown. Demon Souls poison muck you can't roll through. Like
Yeah, you
can in
can't
Dark
actually
Souls 1.
roll at all.
Yeah, so if you get like the Black Phantom aggroed or one of the giant trolls, like it's super annoying.
Yeah, you're just done.
Yeah, Square's getting a lot of the bad RNG that Luna hasn't been getting so far.
And see there, I got the double roll in this one. That's what you want. pick this up anyways, just in case, because I'm used to it. But I doubt I'll need it now that I have Cloak.
Regardless of the bad RNG, it means nothing in the face of the last boss.
Yeah.
I know in the Storm King fight, if you get a bad pattern in the start, you can opt to load out, and it just kind of, there's a lot of different patterns you can get in the very beginning. And I mean, I got a pretty bad one, but I decided to go for it, and then I kind of, Lock On is the true boss of that fight. So I was kind of getting a little mixed up with them, and I don't know, I played pretty bad though. But, oh, dang it.
Okay. So sometimes, even if you're cloaked, these enemies can pretend that you're completely visible. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because if I die here again, it's rip everything. Okay, good. Yeah, see that push attack? That's exactly what I want to avoid. This boss is not that hard, but I need to focus so I don't die.
Kind of reminds me of.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, you see how much faster that boss goes if you
Have the good RNG.
Yep. And since I'm already in hyper setup, I'm just gonna put on the cat's ring and take this drop. Okay, I missed my landing cancel, but
Square cat.
yep. Got the cat and the rat.
And they get along.
They don't mind each other. Yeah.
Yeah. We can turn it down just a little bit. I don't need too many audio cues anymore.
We'll ask them later.
See how much faster.
Morium Blade, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's again why when you die, it's beneficial to just leave and come back. I don't know whether, did you explain? Oh, he's fighting that. Never mind. But there's this thing we refer to as the text bug, where if an NPC finishes talking, it eats absolutely everything that you're doing. I'll split more after square is done.
Look, it's awful. No, roll.
Oh,
Dang, it's mine. I got really unlucky. So once you kill 6 little mana ray guys, the big guy will spawn. But unlucky for me, I killed 6, and then I got swarmed by the rest of them. So I was trying to find a way to conveniently kill all of them, but I couldn't. So it spawned the boss. Plus I had to fight all the others. It was just, that was really bad RNG. And it's fine.
So the text bug, whenever an NPC stops talking, all your actions are temporarily disabled, and even actions that you've already started can be canceled. So one of the worst things that can happen is you try to heal to avoid dying to the plague, and you'll go through the complete animation of healing, but you won't actually get any health back. So some of these fights, there are certain places where you have to mash through text, and other places where you just want to leave it alone, just to avoid that. That is not intentional. We're gonna do this because I would have died from that. All right, so rip cycle.
Oh.
Okay. This is fine. Dude, I actually don't want hyper setup for the next boss. especially because crossbow bolts in this game are completely magical and will track you for no apparent reason at all. I'm just gonna kill these guys because, again, normally there's a very cool cycle that you can do here, but I've already messed it up, so everything is
Fine.
everything's fine. You'll see Square get it. So I cloak here to avoid getting shot in the back, but it's really just a placebo effect.
There you go.
For that.
As you were saying.
Best music in the game.
I don't want him to fall on me.
Yeah. Perhaps.
So I'm running around to avoid the archers. I do actually need that archstone, otherwise this next gate won't open up. And I'm gonna heal up here, and then cloak. And other than 5-2, this level is also pretty awful to have to run through more than once, so I'm gonna hopefully have a good time here and then play it safe with Penetrator. So in any percent, there's this really cool strategy where you line all 3 of those enemies up and you shoot a soul ray which pierces enemies and you kill all 3 of them in one cast. We don't have that, and when you die or load out, they actually spawn behind where you are, so it's faster. The Square's fighting the lock-on boss.
Oh, what?
You're getting trolled hard.
Yeah.
It's a teensy little skip right there.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
First time I saw it, I didn't see the ground. I thought you rolled off the air.
Yeah. You kind of don't see that little piece of wood that he
Roll
lands
through
on.
boulders.
Boulders in this game just are derpy.
Let's recloak through this fog gate. Good.
Do we have donations?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, we can get one in. Okay. So I wanted to take another hit, and it didn't happen. So
Donations.
excuse me. I need to take one more.
Come on, buddy.
Please.
There you go! Oh my god!
Backup strats.
That's Souls games for you.
Remember you
This is just a. Just
All right, so this is weird. What I was intending on doing was actually loading out and then recloaking because that archer took so long to shoot me, but I could not persist up there or I would die. So hopefully no one kills me when I load back in. I need to immediately cloak and then run at the enemies. Oh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was just an example of FromSoft enemy AI. You will see a lot of that tonight, I think.
Oof.
Oh, I
Get out of here.
Oh my lord. He makes it through that.
You are the worst! So on my stream, I have a gasp counter, and I've refrained from doing so, but I was really, really close there. Oh, that is so terrifying.
What's the double? Come on.
Okay, good. I don't have to run through 1-3 again. The boss, that boss is like Dirty Colossus. The boss itself really isn't that bad, but having to run through 1-3 again is awful, especially because the boulder traps help kill off a lot of annoying enemies, and so not having them again on the run back, especially when you're at half health, is awful.
Of course.
Meanwhile, Scarlet is getting told by the commander.
Please. No.
Unfortunately, he didn't let me by.
What?
Man.
So this is another example of Square's really bad RNG
Yeah.
and the lock-on boss.
It's all good.
So this is a good example of how tightly you need to manage your stamina, not get hit by the breath right there. Fortunately, I did it just fine. Nice job, Square.
Storm King finally decided to stop trolling Square.
It only
That's
took
okay.
this Square, what, 3 attempts?
That was really bad RNG in those meta race.
Alright, so here, I don't need anything else, and I take my shirt off for the fight that comes after this. I'll need to take 2 hits, and taking your shirt off ensures that no matter what 2 hits you take, you'll get a hyper setup. And so now we get a long elevator to reflect on the run and think about the horrible boss that's coming up ahead, which hopefully treats me alright.
But regardless, we need some Luna RNG.
If you're not familiar with Allant as a boss fight, he can have some glitchiness, kind of like Ornstein, where he kind of does insta charges, and he also has super fast attacks sometimes that can just ruin your day, especially in
He can
Clutter Rat setup.
also cancel his attacks into other attacks, and he can toggle escape. So,
Also a common theme in Souls games.
oh my god.
Luna RNG.
Nah, I should have been ready for that, but yeah, now's your chance. This is the boss.
No.
You got this, Square.
Thank you.
Still anybody's game.
Yeah, it is. This is why I said Allant is the real winner.
Now's probably a good time for donations.
Yeah, now's a good time.
I'm going to sneak these in real quick. We've got a $10 donation from Steak Manley. Team Square! Do it, Doug. Save the maiden. Love forever. We have a $25 donation with no message. We've got a message from Foxhound. It's a $5 donation. Lobos, would you please make sure to grab my crock pot when you're packing up? Thanks. Fungineer. We've got 3 more. We've got a $50 donation from the Namus. Namus says, Team Square for the win. Luna says, Nimus for the lose. A $1 donation. Love the marathon. First one I've watched live. And a $15 donation. Good job with the race, Square and Luna. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Every time, I always think that's gonna hit you.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Also, well, with shirtless, you have just enough HP to take that one hit to get you into hyper setup.
How much HP do you actually have?
I'll show you in the elevator.
Right, yeah.
I'm curious.
Also, that White Phantom is always fun to play with.
The Strava can be a troll sometimes.
Can you actually get in there?
Yeah, I was talking to Square earlier. I was like, has he? Square's only seen it twice, but right there, I was like, oh no, is he actually gonna get in? I've never seen it happen.
I
So
thought that might be in the visit.
I switched to my shield just in case I needed to parry him, but
Oh, HP check.
oh yeah, 4 HP.
Not even close.
Right?
3 more than you need, man.
Exactly.
That's 4 times as much as he needs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What am I doing?
So yeah, every ride up this elevator, you just reflect on all your mistakes. It's so bad.
Every time you do it?
Yes. And you have to, even though it gives you the prompt early, you have to wait a couple seconds before entering, or it will just completely ignore that you wanted to enter.
Nice.
Nah, you got her. So you want to stay at about this range. He'll do one of 3 attacks. That one, this one, which is the one that I want, or the zoom attack.
Oh, that was funny good.
Yeah, that's...
boss.
Yep. Every time that looks like...
That's GG.
Nice.
Clap for Anji.
Yep. So the reason why I go behind him during that other attack, if he decides that he's going to get out of your stun, it's not really a toggle escape because he's not toggling, but he can just choose to ignore your stun. And he does one of his instant attacks afterwards, you're going to die if you're in front of him. But otherwise, it's safe. Mostly safe to get 2 attacks in when he does that attack. Look at that beautiful red body. So the final boss of this game is not much for a boss, but in Soul Level 1 it's actually still somewhat of a threat because your HP will get very, very low, and if he does something weird and hits you, you'll die. It's never happened to either of us, but the joke is it's going to happen at Fast Faire. So we'll see!
So what ending are you doing for?
Kill the maiden, of course.
Nice.
Best music ending.
Yes.
Was that even a question?
Not with me.
Well, I've seen people not do it.
No. The only ever time I ever get the save the maiden ending is when I'm trying to do both at once and I screw up. So here I mash through to get the text bug. Okay, please. I need you to hit me. Only twice, but I need you to do it. Thank you.
He's not feeling well.
Yeah.
There you go.
And there's Piper.
Give him some room just in case.
Some space.
I guess I'll let the ending credits play out. So, coming up on time for me when... So, time.
Aw, poor maiden. Alright, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'll take it.
You can
Yeah,
hit
that's
it
nice.
again. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
We've got a $250 donation. I missed the whole marathon because I've been playing Dark Souls 3, but here's to a great cause. Chat, please spam Wienerbos. And that's from Ecliptics. We've also got a $50 donation from Cross Wolf. Loving the stream, missed the Undertale run, but I have enjoyed what I have seen. AJ Best Poem.
So this is the best song in the game. So maybe Estrella competes, but... If you want it turned down square, we can do that. Because it is a little loud. We know what it sounds like. It's so loud on the stream.
Right, yeah.
Good run.
Thank you.
Wienerbus.
So I guess I guess I'll show off a couple glitches. I don't know what characters are loaded on here, but I'll see what I can find. And
Hey,
hopefully
faster
do
loading
some-
screens now.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do some interesting stuff while Square finishes up.
So a lot closer to this one. Storm King happened. That was terrible RNG.
So Square unfortunately has to deal with 5 hit man-eaters, where he can't get that nice easy cycle that I did. They don't get stunned for quite long enough. So you have to get in 1 hit first, or 1 hit towards the end, and then you can do the cycle as normal.
Square we won?
Team Square won.
Team Square 1.
I'm a winner.
Oh yeah, fuck. Good job, man. I didn't see it.
Good kill.
It happened so fast.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh man. It's a good day.
It's okay, Square. At least you were gonna win either way.
Playing it
Mom
that way.
strats.
Mom strats. Oh man.
Everybody
Now you guys
wins.
Have to kiss.
What?
And touch and grab each other's butts at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Kissing is fine. No butt touching.
Has to be off cam, but not out of my peripherals.
Somebody invade Square Wave.
Nah, their DS3s are disconnected from the internet, unfortunately.
You could figure out a way.
Yes.
Use hacks.
There is one really cool thing I wish I could show off, but it requires us to be online together, so it's probably not going to happen at Faster.
So strong.
Come on.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah, that boss is usually pretty easy, but the wind-up on your two-handed R1s is so slow, and the rapid jabs that he has are so fast that it's still a really scary fight.
I think there's one attack that you can actually get hit by if you're at a perfect hyper setup.
If in any percent that's true, at Soul Level 1 that's not.
Oh, okay.
My favorite things about Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 runs are just all the setups for Clever Rat or Red Tear Centering. There's always a lot of work that goes into researching kind of the fastest way with like gravity falls or taking hits from enemies, and it's super cool.
And especially in this game, you have to keep in mind twice as many unless you're duping Ephemeral Eyes, because as in a marathon setting,
Right.
if you die, soul form hyper setups are very different.
Mm-hmm.
We've got an anonymous $25 donation with no message, but thank you very much.
So I'm just going to load some profiles and see what areas are open, see if I can show off some cool stuff.
Sure.
And one more, we've got a $5 and 17-cent donation. Sorry for the cheap donation, but I needed to mess up that 00-cent counter. Even numbers are gross. Thanks for amazing runs and all the hard work you guys have put in. Thank you.
About donating to kids.
Square getting the second bridge cycle that I neglected to get, but is going to miss the third one due to this mean Dregling. Where do you have? Archstone is sealed. Well, I guess I just have to talk to the Monumental then.
I think this is what, NG plus 8 probably.
As long as I don't get one shot by something, then I can show off something cool.
Hey, what was your in-game time?
It was
If it was pretty high, then it's...
104. Or I think it was 103 actually when I loaded, but and also the credits may have contributed. So, but I'll take it. That was pretty good for a marathon.
Yeah, that was really good for a marathon. It really does just one death with a lot.
Well, and the death in 5 too. But it wasn't that bad because I had the cat's ring. Yeah! Tower Knight! Square's oldest enemy, Tower Knight. All that practice paid off.
No idea.
Do you have... Let's see, you have some Darkling Grass. You have Turpentine. Okay, I can do some cool stuff. With the bow? You do have a bow. I'm just gonna grab some extra ones of these, just in case. Oh, you already had one in there? Okay. Yeah, you have to have none in there for the Duke to work, because, like I said before, you're actually just depositing -1.
Right.
I guess. Deposit these.
I've got a $13.37 donation. Super hyped about the Pokemon Snap Speed Run. Put this money towards saving the animals from your friend Slowpoke.
Thank you for the top two for the donation.
Alright, so I'm going to show off two cool little glitches. The first one you might recognize from Dark Souls. It's called move swapping. A lot of people don't know that it exists in this game, but the way it works is normally you cannot two-hand your left-hand weapon, but if you have a bow in your left hand, you can still two-hand it. So if you queue up a two-handed bow off of a different animation and then switch out the weapon in your bow slot to a different weapon, you will two-hand a left-hand weapon that you're not supposed to be able to, and it will take on the running and rolling attack of the weapon in your right hand. So let me see what I should move swap. I will take this greatsword, and yeah, okay. I will move swap a greatsword onto a katana. That's always a fun choice. So let me move this next to the bow. And because the menus are so bad in this game, there are only a few ways you can actually get it. The easiest by far is to do it off of the you can't use an item animation. So
That's Square.
nice job, Square.
Square away.
You can do it!
Yeah, no problem.
Queuing it up too fast. Oh, almost. Almost again, but not quite.
Excellent.
Got
There
it.
you go.
So yeah, so now as you can see, I'm two-handing my greatsword, and I guess I can show off the normal running and rolling attacks afterwards. But you get this nice katana thrust which retains all the properties actually of the greatsword. So if I hit the maiden with it, or anyone else, they'll go flying because normally the running attack sends people flying. And again, you have the katana rolling attack, though I guess it bounces off the ground because the sword is too long. So that's a bit disappointing. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it with the invisible floor. So yeah, you can do this. You can do this with any weapon except bows and catalysts. But yeah, it's pretty fun to mess around with. Let me see here. I guess yeah, I'll just so again, this is not the normal running attack, and this is not the normal rolling attack. Just show that off real quick. So normally you'd get this, and the roll attack is really, really slow.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
You do that with shields?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not
So
with
a
seal
shield
binding.
could do like a katana?
Yeah, it looks pretty silly. So the next thing that I'm going to show off requires me to get hit by an enemy. Hopefully I don't get one shot. It'll probably take me a few tries, but I'm going to shut up so Square can focus on this. You got this.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And that's...
Square shrug.
Yeah.
What?
That's Luna RNG right there.
Yeah, we tend to fight that boss very differently. I try to fight it without locking on, so that sort of stuff doesn't happen, but Square's gotten really good at fighting it with locking on most of the time, but he just got unlucky there. So I'm going to need to kill off everyone except this pickaxe guy in the corner. Okay, yeah, this is fine. They don't do that much damage to me. Hey, buddy. So this is a bug that allows you to use items that are normally not usable, and there's something really cool you can do with this if you're in someone else's world. But I'm just gonna try and buff my fist with turpentine. First try. So yeah, now my bare fist is on fire, and
Fire on your fists.
yep,
Puked fire.
yep, and you can headbutt people.
Fucking headbutts.
They're the best. So the way this works is you have to. There's particular kinds of stun animations that this works really well with, and it just so happens this pickaxe guy, every attack that he does induces that kind of stun animation. But you have to start to use the unusable item, and then switch to the usable item and toggle escape the moment that you get hit. And if you do it right, you will use the unusable item. And this works for pretty much anything. You can buff unbuffable weapons. You can revive yourself to human in another person's world, which causes a lot of shenanigans. Let's see what else. Let me see. Just gotta leave this guy alone. Those are probably the two biggest things you can do. Oh yeah, you can lay your summon sign down in places you're not supposed to, including in the Nexus, though I haven't been able to get anyone to summon me there. Yeah, that one's also pretty fun to play around with. But in general, it's a lot harder to do. I'm glad I got to show it off once. Now I'll probably never get it again. Okay, I take it back. Got it again. First try. Nice. Yeah, if you wanted to do a headbutt only run, this is how you'd have to do it for Phalanx. Though unfortunately, Storm King's still impossible.
Oh man.
So yeah, there's one more glitch I can show off without being online, but we have to have 3-2 open on one of the characters, and if we don't, we set up some saves already on Square's machine, so we can just wait until after Square is done if I can't get there. But this one actually works really well with waiting for a while, so if there is a character that I can access 3-2 on already, it'll be really good.
Last elevator door ever.
Oh, this is awesome.
Hadouken.
Yeah! Nicely done. All right, so I'll just quit out here because Square's gonna be done in just a moment.
If you don't know about old King Allant, his grab attack actually levels you down if he grabs you.
Yep.
Which is pretty badass, in my opinion.
You don't get D-leveled to soul level 0 or anything in soul level 1, but
That would be amazing.
it still tells you that your soul level was drained.
That's funny.
Negative soul level run.
Yeah.
Negative man.
0 and just resets the game.
Deletes your character.
It corrupts the entire game.
No. Even though that fight went pretty well, like the RNG wise, I was really hoping I got a bunch of like crazy annoying things just so you can see the fight. So, but luckily there wasn't a whole lot going on.
You monster.
No, I didn't die.
Just making it interesting.
Floppy King, me not.
She even apologizes for not dying.
Pretty sure. Die! Am I gonna die? No, I didn't die.
Just making it interesting.
Floppy King, me not. Be nice. Be nice.
Yeah, so any
Standing over her, so.
semi-hostile action
Time.
will. Well, actually, there is one of them.
You want to know what time was?
That's fine. You can tell me. 118? What was the RTA? Like 135?
132.06.
132.
Okay.
Not bad.
Hey,
Awesome.
Pretty close.
that sucks. That was out of like the 6 months that I practiced for this, that was my second worst run. So that's pretty awesome. But anyways,
Was that Storm King?
yeah, I know. But thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed Demon Souls Race.
Thanks to you guys for running Demon Souls for us. Be sure to follow these guys on Twitch because they are always doing shenanigans like this. So,
And it's a lot of fun to watch.
yeah, absolutely.
I have to get this first try or not at all. Hold on. I gotta kill this other guy.
This is funny though.
Yeah.
Oh man, I keep getting these partials. Oh, I messed it up. Can't do it under pressure. I was doing this all weekend. It's so fun. So you saw earlier I did a couple riposte cancels. This is the most stylish, if you can land it. But
What?
Come, you got this.
oh man. The problem with this one is, unlike the others where you just have to press 2 buttons at the same time, you have to release one and press another at the same time. So it makes it a little bit harder. Also, I can't parry this enemy anymore.
There it is.
There we go! For all your
shrugged to
edgy PvP needs.
For when you need to shrug someone to death.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. I think Carson's got some things to say, but we'll be swapping over to Dark Souls 1 in just a bit.
Yeah, we've got a $150 donation. I'm enjoying the stream. You guys are awesome. Looking forward to more. Dragon King Anthony also... this is from Dragon King Anthony. Also, keep up the good work with Lobo... keep up the good work, Loboscasm. There we go. Yeah.
Dark Souls on. So I can just shut this down.
Not having a stroke at all.
Want to see if I can